Why rates great till they gotta be great? I just took a DNA test, turns out I'm 100% J-Lo. Yeah, I got rate problems, that's the lender in me. Bling, bling, then I solve them, that's the L-O in me. You could have had a bad girl. Hey, y'all, it's your girl, hashtag J-Lone. How are y'all doing today? You know, I always got to find something fun and funny to do when I'm doing my videos. So I don't know, that's just a goofy part of me, but I wanted to talk to y'all today because it's been a great month. It's been a great month for refinancing. It's been a great month for purchasing. And regardless of what you're hearing out there, rates are still great. Okay, rates are phenomenal. And there is a difference between what you hear and what goes on with mortgage rates. So there's a lot that goes on there, but rates are still great. And I will tell you, I got in the mortgage business since 2006. And at that time, we were refinancing families out of 18 to 22% interest rates down to somewhere between 8 and 9%, somewhere in there. So to see that rates are still hovering around, since I'm not supposed to give a specific rate, hovering around 4%, I mean, it's still a phenomenal time to purchase and refinance. But the big thing that I see is that when they talk about rates, clients go rate crazy. Well, I hear this and I hear that and I hear this. And so I kind of wanted to address that and then address the time that we are right now. So if I called somewhere and said, hey, I'm looking for a 3.5% interest rate, that lender potentially could tell me, yeah, yeah, of course we can give you 3.5% interest rate. And what happens with that is there's interest rates and there's closing costs associated with interest rates, okay? So you have to make sure that you understand both, because you can get 3.5%. I can give you 3.5%, but that may come at a cost to you. So don't always go by what you hear. Go by visually what's on paper. And there's something called origination or discount points, depending on how the lender puts it on there. And they can say, yeah, here's 3.5%. You get a fees worksheet and you see that they're charging you 2 points just to get that rate. Now you really have to decide, is that 3.5% worth the cost to close that loan? That's where it comes into, where you could have had maybe 4% or 3.875 and it doesn't have any cost, okay? So that's one thing to look for. Another thing to look for is getting the lowest interest rate also going to get you closed, okay? Because you can say whatever you want to say, but statistically, sometimes the lenders that have these phenomenal rates, your closing is a nightmare. Now, I will tell y'all, I come from the broker world, and nothing negative about the broker world. I love the broker world, and there's things about the broker world that I still love. But I do remember that there were some lenders that I worked with that could give a quarter to sometimes 0.375 or 0.5% a better interest rate. But your process and was a nightmare. It was a complete nightmare that by the end of the transaction, the borrower either hate me or just not want to do it anymore. And I realized that rate is great. Yeah, it's great. You want to have a great rate, but if the process is going to make you pull your hair out, then why even do it? Okay, but that's not what this video is. That is part of what the video is about, because why rates great till they gotta be great, right? Because they're still great right now, and it's time for you to purchase. It's time for you to refinance. As a matter of fact, this is a great time, because if you tried to purchase last year or the year before when rates were higher, then you probably didn't qualify for what you qualify for today. So it's worth the shot to just try again, okay? So I wanted to talk about that, but I want to talk about where we are right now, because a lot of you are refinancing because you hear rates are so good. And I'm only going to talk about Texas for right now. So Texas coming up in October is typically when your tax bill comes out. And once your tax bill comes out, if you are getting ready to close your loan, the title company must collect on those taxes. So it's very important for you to know, and I want to say they come out around somewhere between October 15th and somewhere around that time. So if you're in the process of refinancing and you got a quote and that quote didn't account for us paying or collecting those taxes that are due, your lender unfortunately is going to have to go back to you to make sure that they do it, or you're going to have to pay out of pocket. And most of you escrow. So the thing about escrowing is when you escrowing is including your taxes and your insurance inside of your monthly payment. So when you escrow inside of your monthly payment, and let's just say you're with Wells Fargo and you come to #JLoan to refinance you, those escrows are not transferable from one lender to the next. So I have to start a new account for you. And then when you close, that lender will refund you whatever's in that account. You can't touch that account. You can't say, hey, my tax bill's out and now I want you to pay it, because they disperse on their timing. And typically lenders pay out your taxes here in Texas in December. Even if the bill comes out, they're not going to pay it in October. So once again, going back to making sure your quotes are correct, because as soon as that bill comes out and the title company gets notification of that, we must collect and pay those taxes. So if they're not accounted for, now we either have to increase your loan amount to cover the cost, and if your loan to value doesn't fit that, now either one, you're not going to be able to close, or two, you're going to have to find a way to get those taxes paid for. So it's very important that you look at the whole picture, okay? So that's one thing. Another thing is, if you don't escrow and you want to escrow, now is a great time to refinance because rates are great. If you have the equity in your property, then guess what we can do? We can pay your taxes and roll all of that inside of your loan and then start an escrow account, and you never have to worry about getting that large bill that comes in October. Okay, let's see who's on here. Hey JD, I haven't heard from you in a while. Willie, my brother, Johnny, Big Mike, what's up, man? Who else? Kayam Cooper, I got my cup today. Thank you so much. My big brother. Rondell, what's up, man? Rosa, Doug, everybody's watching. So we're talking about refinancing right now, or purchasing, but this video right now is about refinancing and where we are right now. So if you haven't closed yet and you're going into October in the state of Texas, that tax bill is getting ready to come out. So I want you to really make sure on your quotes that they have accounted for those taxes that are going to need to be paid before you close your loan. So tell your friends, tell your families, if they're looking to refinance, or if they don't escrow and they're like, man, where am I going to get this money? But I have equity in my property and now I want to escrow. All of these are great reasons to want to try and refinance, not just so you can capitalize on a lower interest rate. You can stop paying things monthly or quarterly or however you pay your taxes and roll it all into one, or you can take them out. Maybe you don't like the fact that your payment rises, and we're in a rising market. So right now, when those tax bills comes out, most of the time your payment is rising and it fluctuates in your payment. And a lot of times customers don't understand that when you escrow, the only thing in your payment that is the same for 30 years is your principal and interest. Once you include taxes and insurance in your payment can always fluctuate. It can go up, it can go down. Mostly it goes up, but it can go up and it can go down, because every year that those taxes come in, if they're higher, the lender has to collect to make sure that they have enough to make sure that your payment of your taxes is paid on time and that there's no shortage in your account. The lender is not going to, they'll pay it on your behalf, but they're coming after you. Anyways, if you have any questions on that, just let me know. Again, rates are still really, really great. Let us know when the Christmas food drive is actually coming up soon. And I will definitely let you know when that is coming around. And last year we did, I want to say 585 pounds of food donated to the Tarrant Area Food Bank. And we are going to donate again to them this year. And I'm hoping to get that to 1,000 pounds. And so I'll definitely need all of your help to get this done. So once again, If y'all need anything, y'all know the name, right? Hashtag JLoan in the building. So check me out, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, you name it. I got all the pages. So on Facebook's, it's at the JLoan, the one and only JLoan, and then or Jeanette the loan officer, whichever one you want. So let me know if you have any questions. Just inbox me. If you think you can refinance, you don't think you can refinance, and you just have a quick scenario, please just hit me up. I promise I'll be super honest, as I always am, and I will let you know if this is good for you. So if you think this is good information, hopefully you do, just go ahead and click that share button on there somewhere, and there's someone out there that's needing to hear this or isn't in a bind right now and thinking, how are they going to pay this tax bill that's coming out? Or they just don't know. You know, they called another lender and they don't know that they're getting ready to close October 30th, and they're going to be hit with a huge tax bill that's going to be due, and they didn't account for that. So again, if I can help you, I'm happy to do so. I hope you all have a blessed rest of your day and a happy Friday tomorrow, and then a great weekend. So talk to you guys soon. Have a great day. Love y'all. Mwah. Bye.